1230, 93.3 FM, KTRF, online, trfradio.com, 944. Good morning. Time for this morning's Mark Allen's Hometown Heroes, brought to you by PKM Electric, Ace Rental, Roxbury Truck Repair, Marco, and QuickPrint. And joining us on today's show is Dana Kloss. Dana, good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming in.
Yes.
We're going to talk a little bit about Dana and some of the things that he has done for youth in the area, the community as well. But we want to learn a little bit first about Dana Kloss. Where are you from originally?
I grew up over by Deer River, graduated from Deer River High School, and been a Minnesota kid, let's just say. You know, grew up in the woods where you should.
Grew up in the woods, yeah. And outdoorsman, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Spend a lot of time out there.
You got your first love of outdoors down there?
Yeah, I married her 48 years ago.
Good. What got you up in this area?
School. I came to town to go to school out at Northland College, which was one of the first AVTIs. And I took up drafting, which was one of the things I wanted to do. And it was either Anoka, Duluth, or Thief River. The curriculum was only offered at those three schools. Anybody back in the 60s that ever drove in Duluth knows that you just hang on and you ride that ice all the way to the lake. I didn't want to drive there anymore, and Anoka was too big of a town for me. I liked the quietness of the woods. Thief River's farming community, I said, hey, I'm going there.
So, and what year was that?
1970.
Okay, and so you came to school here, and what did you do after school?
I got the military call, and then I came back and finished my second year, and then I got a job with the city of Thief River Falls.
Which you stayed with for quite a while, didn't you?
28 years for the town, yeah.
Okay. Then you moved on to up north, right?
Yeah, I took over the town of Warroad for 7 years, and then I retired from public service.
Okay. Now, also, during this time, you worked a lot with youth, especially, I know of you in town here in Thief River Falls, working a lot with the deer hunters, with the Sportsman's Club and whatnot. What made you want to work with the youth and teach kids?
Actually, the game warden got a hold of me when I was legally when I first came to town. Apparently, they had been told about me that I was a certified NRA instructor in the military, and got my certification. And when I came to town, they were desperate for some instructors. So I told Don Fern, yes, I would help, and I've been doing it ever since.
Okay, what's the best part about teaching kids?
They actually listen to you. They pay attention to you, and when something works, they're amazed and are satisfied. Today, kids have YouTube and a variety of other things available to them on the computer, and they think they know, but until you get in the woods, they really don't know. And
if you can get the kids to the outdoors,
yes,
they really encompass it, don't they?
That's one of the things we're doing now when we have classes. The electronics are not involved in the class. It's a one-on-one thing, instructor and the kids, and they pay attention. They really do. They're anxious for the information. Any
idea how many kids that you've brought through classes and taught?
Well, I know Jim Counter's done way more than I have, but it's over 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in firearms training.
And you've worked a lot with Jim, too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we couldn't get him on this show either. He's one of those that doesn't want to talk, so.
Yeah, he sits in the background, but he's one of the mainstays that keeps things going.
Well, like you, like him, these people, we need people like you to do that. We're going to continue our conversation with Dana Kloss here in just a moment. Electricity guides into the world before sunrise. It powers the streetlights that send you home safely at night. It leads you through nearby neighborhoods and takes you to faraway cities. Electricity empowers you, and PKM Electric works hard to ensure it's there each and every day. Choose your destination. Be powerful. A message from the friends at PKM Electric Co-op in Warren. Ace Rental, for all your rental needs, give Tommy a call, 681-5862. Roxbury Truck Repair, truck and trailer, maintenance and repair. And, of course, Marco, communication tools, copiers, IT services, maintenance. Check them out at marconet.com. And QuickPrint for all your printing needs. It's QuickPrint of Thief River Falls. Our guest on Hometown Heroes today, Dana Kloss. And Dana, a big part of working with the youth, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to have you on. But it's not just the youth. It's working with the community in a lot of different aspects, but a lot of it is with the outdoors and keeping people interested in the outdoors, right?
Yeah, I've helped out with a variety of things in the city of Thief River. And when I made the decision to go up to Warroad, I had to give up those. But I made up for it by getting involved in other things and coming back on the weekends and helping. I stayed communicated with the Deer Hunters organization, the archery club, and so forth, and helped out with the things that I could accomplish on the weekends. But now that I'm retired, yeah, I'm running that after-school archery league with the archery club. I can't shoot my bow anymore because of a nerve problem, but I can still help the kids. Mm-hmm. And it's fun to watch them. Last year was a really good year for the kids after-school archery league. We saw kids that couldn't even hit the paper when they first started shooting to getting all 5 arrows on the paper at the end of the round. So the satisfaction they received it's heartwarming, and it makes you feel good.
And seeing their eyes light up,
yes.
their face shine when they do good things like that, and you can see them improving, right?
Once again, Mark, they were paying attention. I gave them some advice. They followed it, and they were seeing the satisfaction because of that.
Are we getting kids more involved? I know for a while you mentioned YouTube and video games, et cetera. Yeah. Kids were really getting more involved with the video games. Are we seeing a little bit of a turnaround? Are we getting kids back involved again?
That's a good question. Very good question. I think the outdoors draws you back. Archery is a good example. Mm-hmm. Kids are exposed to archery because of summer camp at Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. And then when they get older and they have time on their hands and they've got a job, they start to get back into archery and then bow hunting. And I think you're seeing that again. The kids are starting to get involved in the outdoors, whether it be walking around picking up antlers in the spring or going fishing or whatever. They're getting more involved now. And that's good. It's good for everybody.
Yeah, and we need to keep our youth interested if we want to keep the traditions going, don't we?
The trouble, as you know, Mark, is that not all the kids have access to a dad or a mom. They don't have grandpa around. They may not even have an uncle around to guide them. So they're looking for something, and some of us volunteers, like Jim and myself, are here to help them understand what they have to do, and it's working.
Yeah, and it's great programs to have for the kids, and also I know you've worked with the gun training or got people involved with gun training as well, right? And that continues.
That continues, yeah. The most satisfaction I had is when we ran a class just for the women. And we did everything from shooting a pistol to a shotgun out at the trap club to archery and even tried fly fishing with them. And then we ended it up with a overnight camp out at Hayes Lake. Them women giggled so much. It was so satisfying when it was done.
That's good. For those that don't know much about Dana Closs, we talked a little bit about your growing up, but you're involved with hunting, fishing, trapping, and especially trapping now with the youth. Yeah. Where did you learn all of this? Was it down in the Deer River area?
It was over by Deer River. My uncle he gave me my first trap. I got my first bow from a different uncle with 3 mismatched arrows, and from there on it was just herders.
What was the first thing you trapped?
A mink.
Mink?
Yeah, I was getting into the chicken coop.
Ferocious little mink.
We didn't know what was getting in the chicken coop, and I got a mink, and I got some money for it, and all of a sudden I'm going, cha-ching.
That's exactly what happened with me, too. And the first thing is, you mean I can make money doing this? And it was fun. So you did trapping at home, and as far as the archery, what I mean...
Oh, that was just a natural thing. Kids, boys, girls, whatever. Archery is just a natural thing, like riding a bicycle or playing baseball. I mean, it's just one of those things they want to do. And when you get a little bit of instruction, it's kind of dangerous. And then you're on your own, and you learn from your mistakes.
It is something you can continue to learn on your own. That's a big part of it, isn't it?
And that's bow hunting, too. As you know, sitting in a tree stand, you discover that all of a sudden you just got to pay attention to the wind direction. You know, you never thought about that. But then all of a sudden, you're not hearing this snorting going on anymore, and then going, oh, maybe this really does work. You know, so.
Nowadays, what's Dana doing? I know you're still working with the kids, and I also know that you're taking care of some vermin in around the area, right?
Oh, yeah. I take care of a few critters. In fact, today I'm headed down to Red Lake Falls to get rid of a squirrel that's up in an attic for a lady. Moving into a warmer environment.
The squirrels are real busy right now in the woods, and they won't leave us alone.
Well, they're telling you that a cold, long winter is
that
coming.
What it is?
Yes.
Okay. So we're running out of time here quick. Yeah. Is there some old wives' tales that you can tell us that maybe aren't so old and maybe come true a little bit? Like the squirrels?
Never walk up on the backside of a skunk.
It's probably good advice, but you know how to handle it, though.
You got to talk to them.
You have to know the right things to say.
Yeah, you got to sit down and talk with them and calm them down, and then you can control them. You know, they're kind of like kids. Sometimes you got to sit down and talk to the kids.
Have you ever been sprayed?
Oh yes.
How many times?
I don't count that.
You don't count?
I don't
so you've been sprayed enough not to start
counting.
counting.
Kids always ask me if I'm a good trapper, and I hold up my hands like this, and I say, I got all my fingers, so I must be a good trapper.
All right, now don't smell like skunk, so you're doing all right. All right, Dana, I appreciate you coming in. It was fun to get a little background. Of course, for those that don't know, too, Dana is a visitor once a month. We talk about outdoor stuff, including from the Deer Hunters, the Pennington County Sportsman's Club, and Archery Club as well. So we'll be visiting again later here in a week from Monday. In fact, it'll be the third Monday we're going to talk to you.
I'll be in. We'll talk about our friendly birds that need some food this time of year.
Yeah, they really do. Dana Kloss, our guest today. Thanks, Dana, for coming in.
You betcha, Mark.
Our Hometown Hero Show brought to you by PKM Electric, Ace Rental, Roxbury Truck Repair, Marco, and Quick Print.